Welcome on everyone. Welcome. Yeah, please excuse the red puffy face. Clearly I've not been on my skincare routine well enough. So I realise at the start, just from reading the title, you're probably going to say something along the lines of, "What? No, you can't just make us humans come down to 5 things that make us happy. We're all different, complex, man, trust me." Obviously, no shit. Like, yeah, we are all very complex and different. But I think there are fundamentals to happiness, and these are 5 of the key fundamentals, for me at least. But yeah, I will preface it by saying our mental health is much more complicated than that. But these are what I see as the basic human biological needs. Alright, so number 1, good food. You're probably thinking, well, that was obvious, wasn't it? Well, I think you're wrong. Good food does not only mean, whole healthy foods. It also means fucking good tasting food. Like, that's really important. Like, just if you're not having nice tasting foods, then you're missing out on quite a big portion of enjoyment as a human. And yeah, I think everyone should learn to cook, or get someone around them that knows how to cook, but preferably know how to cook, because that way as well, when it comes to later in life, they're like, "Oh, do you want to come around mine for some dinner?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, what are we gonna have?" And like, fucking, I don't know. I can cook chicken, broccoli, and rice. And they're like, "Oh, not really a fan of that. Sorry." But yeah, then obviously good whole foods are really fucking important. Lots of vegetables, meat, like healthy meat. I personally don't really like pork. That's just a personal preference. I don't like anything processed. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, sorry mate, I imagine you're still going to be happy without your meat. But yeah, I feel like that's a staple. Just healthy foods. Okay, moving on to number 2. I think all of you should be kind of going through this, and it shouldn't be too shocking, but exercise. Yeah, you need to get in the gym, lift some heavy ass fucking weights. Put yourself through some stress, build up those big fucking calluses. You probably can't even see mine because they're dying, but build some calluses, mentally and physically as well. Because someone in the Discord, I know he's a runner. He loves running. There you go. That he's building up his own calluses. He's getting his own stresses in. He's improving himself. And at the end of the day, all of this is getting the heart pumping and releasing some fucking good endorphins. And that's kind of one simple way to talk about this, because just get some endorphins flowing. Number 3, a good tribe/company, good people around you. This is something that's so fucking important. So many people end up putting pussy on a pedestal just because they don't have good, strong people around them. Like, as humans, we really crave to have that community around us, and it's really needed. We see that old people die sooner than others just based around the fact that they're not as social as they once were. And that's kind of crazy to me, that we're not doing more to kind of keep society together, keep us actually interconnected and talking, having these conversations and having deep, meaningful conversations. Because it's like, as soft as that sounds, it's really important to actually talk, because small talk, fucking important. Who gives a shit? That's not going to help improve your life. But like, even just going outside and talking to a random person on the street. Like, I was at Morrison's, my local Morrison's the other day, like a supermarket, and there was some old dude wearing some Chicago Bulls flip-flops, and I just struck up a conversation with him about his fucking flip-flops, because I said, Chicago Bulls doing really well this pre-season, and he was like, what? I've never met anyone in the UK that speaks about this before. And I think he was also shocked that I was about to say, someone looks 23. I don't look 23, but some young man has kind of struck up a conversation, just because a lot of people don't do this anymore. I realised I keep looking over to the left. I'm going to try and stop that. But yeah, I think the important thing as well about having a company is they can really help you keep going, and so they can support you with your goals. They have their own goals, and they will just kind of help push you forward. And especially if you can find someone to go to the gym with, because that can really help motivate you and them and keep you kind of focused and keep going and disciplined. Because sometimes discipline isn't fucking easy, is it? Like, we've all got that excuse of, oh, it's just me. But if you've got Johnny relying on you to come to the gym, you've got that extra reason to go. So yeah. On the topic of goals, that leads me on to number 4. Having a clear purpose or goal. This is probably the hardest pillar of happiness, because how does a man find a purpose? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out myself. I don't know what my purpose is, to be honest, other than to make myself happy at the moment. But like, so I read an anecdote once, or a story, about the happiest man in the world. It was a groundskeeper for some rich man. He and his dog every day would go to war with some rabbits. He'd go outside, spend 4 hours every morning with his shotgun hunting these rabbits to get them off the property. And he was apparently just happy because his purpose was killing these fucking rabbits. And yeah, that drove him forward. It gave him a reason to keep going. And he enjoyed it. So, as humans, we need a war in our life, which sounds crazy, but it keeps us going forward. It keeps us pushed on. And that war nowadays probably isn't actually going to be fucking popping someone in the face with a rifle. It's going to be business based. It's going to be, I'd say, physique based, but you're not going to be a bodybuilder unless you're Chris Bumstead, so it's probably not that. It's just probably some form of business thing. So yeah. Number 5, the final pillar. This one, you're all going to call me a degenerate. It's probably going to be quite controversial, but good sex. That's it. Simple as. We are, in essence, animals, just smart animals. So I think that we've got these basic needs that need to be fulfilled, and good sex is on that list. Yeah. So, if you get these 5 things, you're off to a good start. You've still got a lot more stuff to work on, and hopefully you can work on them. Hopefully you can get all these 5 things in, and you're off to a very healthy, happy life. But good luck.